Buenos dias, hello, welcome back. BigDenoPlays, Aeon Trespass Odyssey. We're in the later stages now. We're on story card 3A and day 40 something, 48. So we've passed the halfway point. But I am feeling like we're going to have to rush for the last part of this cycle, as we're running very low on doom. But we are about to have a timeline battle against an Icarian Harpy, which is exciting. As you can see over here, we're all set up. The Icarian Harpy's been an idiot. He's given us various degrees of grief, but I'm hoping that now with the probability blade on our Earthshaker, we will be able to make our way through this encounter relatively easy. So I've applied the bleeding tokens 1, 2, 3 from the predation predator trait, and we've got our Icarian Harpy gear to try and counter. And I think we're pretty much ready to go. We will just shuffle these decks and we'll find out what way the Harpy is facing. So, facing down. It's been a good cycle run through so far. This is my third attempt at cycle 3. I failed 1, I succeeded 1, and this is my third attempt. I feel relatively confident at this point that we have enough of the tools that we need to have. But there's always variables, right? And yeah, the variable here is doom, and how many dooms we come across on our exploration, on our voyage. So we'll nip over here, level 3. This is our last level 3 battle before we move into level 4s. We have to do a single escalation. And we have deep cut. To contend with. Once again, I've removed my face from this shot so you can see the board, so that I can remember to look at the board, which is of course what we need to be factoring in. So I've gone for shield and sword, scythe, blade. Now where does blade come under? Oh yeah, so it's next to javelin, bow and blade, so it's different from sword. And we've also got the discus. So going over here again, we've got blade, sword, other, shield, discus. We don't have a knife or a spear. We don't have a club or a slab sword. We'll see how we go. I think I've done everything. He's facing the right direction. I've put out the adventure terrain. I've put out the bleeding tokens. I've got the cannon. I've chosen my gear. One of the select things I have taken in the Argo abilities here is Quantum Armory. So that allows us to swap a weapon. So I might grab some weapons preparation. Don't really have any good weapons that I want to take, actually. Maybe I won't take that one. Maybe I'll take the one that just reduces danger. Or choose a knockdown titan that stands up. That one's pretty useful. No, I'll actually take power reroll, just to be safe. All right. Let's crack on, friends. So we have everyone laid out, the Ascender, and so we'll nip over here and we'll draw our first AI card, and we have Big Peck. So we target a non-bleeding Titan in sight. The only one that's non-bleeding is the Earthshaker. He regurgitates to start off, but that doesn't do anything because he is on the indestructible black ice tile. There is no pushback on this move. His fate is not 7. Knockdown, bleeding 1. If you have a shield or helm, each hit deals 2. If not, each hit deals 3. That's annoying. We don't have a shield or a helm. Oh well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. On a 10, we don't have any ability to re-roll those. 7, 8, 9. So we're about to take 9 danger, which is reduced down to 7, which is still a grave trauma draw. What a wonderful start. And we have bleeding 1. Push the limit. Good. Bleeding 1. Okay. You may move up to 4 spaces and perform a bonus attack with 1 power. If you have the knockdown card, we do have knockdown. Immediately stand up and gain 1 positive evasion token instead. Okay. We have a positive evasion. That's nice. And because of the cast off, when you're knocked down, when you stand up, gain +1 move, +1 speed, and auto break 1 until the end of your turn. Just going to pop a note on that. So remember that. Cool. We don't get to do any chain breaks, so that is it. The end of the turn, he is going to target with his Predator trait Titan with the most bleeding tokens in sight that has not been attacked this round, so it's either the Returner or the Dreamwalker. I think we will go the Dreamwalker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, someone like that to there. Move and attack, each hit deals danger equal to the number of your bleeding tokens. So Ulysses has 1, 2, 3. There's 3 on a 10 that goes to 3 on a 9. Crit evade, which is nice. We've got 2 rerolls. We can use 2 dodges, you legend. So that's 2 bleeding tokens, which means 2 danger. And bleeding 1. So she goes to 3 bleed tokens. That is the end of the primordial round. So it's our turn. That's annoying that I didn't get to make a bonus attack with my probability blade. We're going to start with the Ascender, and that's intentionally why he's only got the 1 bleed. So the first thing that happens is he gains a bleeding token. However, he has no danger and no fate, so he does not have a trauma level. So he will not draw trauma, which is actually a shame. I would have preferred him to have something. We might leave his Ice Elixir on. And he's actually going to start with the hidden Xiphos. Now this is sneakily hidden behind the Hammer Sword. It's a transforming weapon. So we're starting with the Hidden Xiphos face up. The reason we're starting with it, it's got a +4. It's going to add some openings, and it will allow us to do start the train rolling. So, just trying to decide if there's anything else I do. No. So we do him first. So he's going to use his Ice Elixir to discard up to 2 bleeding tokens from himself. I need to prime the cannon. So we'll attempt to prime the cannon. It primes on a 6. Ooh. That's a good one. I don't think I've done that for a while. The cannon is primed. Now, the Chrono Ice payload allows us to Razor Claw Feather. Allows us to shoot the cannon to remove a token from the adaptation board. It doesn't clear it completely. All that happens is we get to take one of these and take it off, which means we'll be able to attack with a weapon that we may not have been able to attack with. So the Hidden Xiphos, +4 to hit, he's 9. We'll just move. If I did that like that, it wouldn't have helped. Yeah. Return that 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Started his turn there. His bleeding card is gone. Oh no, that's silly. I'll just go here. And then as a free action, I will clear 2 bleeding tokens from Ulyssia. And we'll roll the hit with the Hidden Xiphos. That is a 1, which is a critical miss. I don't have anything on there at the moment, so I will spend a fate to re-roll that. And that's a critical. Why not? The Right Talon of Doom. Yes. Yes. I wish I could explain my dice. We have a saying in my gaming group, it's called Deno dice. Anytime someone rolls like really hot, it's called Deno dice. That's not a joke. I think it's a little bit of, confirmation bias happening, because I'm sure I don't roll that many more crits than anyone else, but because people are so used to me doing it at clutch moments, I don't know. Anyway, it's a crit. This is 1, 2, 3 to start with. It's another 1. It's an auto break because of the Ascender, and then it starts with 1 power to begin with. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just barely, but we got there. That power reroll might have just come in handy that I chose, but I did not need to use it. Gain the Right Talon of Doom, and the Buffhead moves. Map. So he has to go for us down here. So he moves once. We've done a wound. We've gained the Right Talon of Doom. Secret deck 8. Oh, it's a really good item too, actually. The Right Talon of Doom. Quantum. Quantum. So that triggers an escalation over here. And we get to put our tokens in the pool, which is one of the reasons we start with that champion. Fortunately, we have 2 openings on the Hidden Xiphos, 1, 2. And on level 1, we have a black token. We have not survived a trauma draw. We had power reroll 1 on that sword anyway. Reposition 1. We will reposition 1 back there. And That's it. It's probably the first and last time we'll tackle that sword because he's got a much better weapon in the Shade Shield, but we need to build up the pool first. Does he have anything else? No. Great. I think we'll go with Fisher now. So she is going to gain a bleeding token, and she will draw the top 2 cards of the minor trauma deck and have a look at them. Feign Death and Insulted, both knocked out. That's bad. She'll stand still. So her little time anchor is where she is. She will sacrifice her movement. Oh no, she's got a fatigue token. Does she sacrifice to clear the bleeding, or does she take the attack this turn? She's going to sacrifice both because she's got this stupid Fated Nemos. She has to start the battle with a fatigue token for one of those 2. So she'll sacrifice both to clear off her bleeding as well. During her ability phase, we will clear the bleeding tokens of the Earthshaker, I think, because he's not going to get in range, is he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He comes up 1 short. That's a unfortunate situation. So the sphere cast, we're going to be able to go 1, 2. I'm going to go to here with the sphere cast. So the right way to approach this is to spend our tele-healing to clear the bleeding tokens of the Earthshaker. The Earthshaker then moves to here and clears the bleeding tokens of the Returner, and the Returner then activates. We have no bleeding tokens anywhere, and so she will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, which allows us to shoot him in the back with the sphere cast, my favourite weapon. Pew! So far. There's 2 openings in the pool. There's +1 on the sphere cast. There's +1 precision from the... there's actually an extra opening token, which is good, and I just remembered that. And that is from... Commander Electrion, who was on the Ascender. He was actually hitting on things. Alright, so sphere cast, +1, +2, +3, +4, +5. We don't get a rear bonus, so she gains a rage from making an attack. She gains a fate from committing. She rolls a crit miss. I think we'll try again. Don't really want to, but yeah. 5 is enough, because he's hit on a 9. Damn. Damn. Push back 3. So we would have been able to get the Earthshaker in. If we can get a wound here though, that would be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No auto breaks, but we do have a black token in the pool. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll use our black token to re-roll. No, we come up short. Fail. Pull 3. That is unfortunate. Do I have anything to stop pulls? No. No. Reposition 1. No. Okay. That's bad. So we're leaving an opening. I don't think I can do anything about that, actually. Did I roll the right number of dice? Yeah. So, going over here, so the pull goes 1, 2, 3. So, she's going to suffer unavoidable knockback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The unavoidable knockback 5, yep. The Ascender is going to suffer unavoidable knockback. Both suffer crash, which is a danger, and knockdown. However, Heraclides is going to use his Fall from Eden, which is whenever you're about to suffer knockdown, suffer time clocked instead. So he's going to be time clocked, and he can arrive from time clock as well because he's got time keep his child. Good combo. And she is knocked down, which is a shame because she is the main one with Inspire to stand people up. And anyone else have Inspire? Motivate. Ah, the Ascender has a Shade Shield. Nice. Okay. That's it. That's our turn. We build the pool. There's 1, 2, 3 fire tokens and 1 opening token in the pool. Good. Over to here. All right. So we start by drawing an AI card. Frenzied Slash. Closest non-bleeding Titan in front. There isn't one. Closest non-bleeding Titan in sight. That is Ulyssia. So if we go over here and have a look. Not in sight because she's in the blind spot. So it's 1, 2, 3 spaces to her. So she's going to go here, like so. And move and push back 3 and attack. 1. She has spike breakers, which doesn't help her. Ooh, I just spotted something that I forgot, which is that she has tumble from the Exile's Garb. So I'll just see if she avoids the knockdown. She does, so she's actually not knocked down. Okay, Fate is not 5 or higher. There is a knockdown at the end, which is annoying. So it is bleeding 2 to start off with. Boom, boom. Four on an 8, which goes down to 4 on a 7, thanks to the Exile's Garb. We'll re-roll those 2. So that's 3 evades and 1 get through, which is 2 danger and 1 fate. 1, 2, and 1 fate. We draw a major trauma. The knockdown applies after this. So major trauma from danger 5, marked for death. Gain this card and the priority target token. And then she's knocked down. And she can't avoid knockdown with her Exile's Garb. She has tumble. And so tumble is good. Okay. Predation does not trigger because there is no one she has not attacked, or the Harpy has not attacked with bleeding. So there's no predation this turn. And there was no danger gained from deep cut at the end of last turn. So the logical person to activate now is the shade shield on the ascender. So the ascender is going to arrive from time clocked. So we've used this and we've used this. And he's going to slide in here. Going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 5 to the rear. So he's going to make a swing with the shade shield. So I'm using the shade shield because it has Inspire, which will allow us to stand up with Ulyssia, which is really, really good. She will have to suffer bleeding tokens though. Maybe. We'll see. So the Ascender is making an attack. He has +1 precision from being fused with Heraclides. He's in the blind spot, which gives him +1 precision. And there is a +1 precision, there's an opening token in the pool. So he goes down to a 6 to hit with the Shade Shield. Got to gain a rage before, but there's a rage now. 6 to hit, big roll. It's a 7, it's good. So the Shade Shield gets through. We have a white, we have a black, we have a red, and we have an auto break. And we have the Vestigial Wing. So a wound will be maybe okay. We need a 7. So we need to roll well, but we've got 4 breaks in the pool, and we have 2 power rerolls available on this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've already got it. We don't need to worry. And if we go over to the primordial board, you can see the shield has nothing adjacent. So that's a wound. We've got 2 power rerolls, but we won't need to use them. So again, we will do this. The Harpy moves to the center of the board and turns to face the most Titans. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he would go there. She's going to use the Pursuer Ultimatum to go out of the way. Or do we need to? Yeah, we will. That's convenient of him. Good. So that's it. So we escalate. Pop a 3 in there. We're going to get to build the pool. So the pool is exciting because we're using our Shade Shield. So we used all 4 burning tokens, so they go away. The Ascender starts with an opening from Commander Electrion. The shield itself gives 2 openings. It has Inspire 1, which allows us to stand someone up from knockdown, so we will stand up Ulyssia from knockdown. It has Hope 2, 1, 2, and it has Opening 2, which I've already done, and Reposition 1. So we will reposition 1 to there. And that is Heraclides done. Oh, and he's got a black on level 1. So that's good. And now we need to decide who we go next with. That's exhausted. So level 1 on top, so probably the Sphere Cast is the better option here. It's going reds, which means we get to use the Hope a little bit more likely, because I think there's 3 Hope markers on the red dice. No, just 2. How many on the white? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a lot more Hope on the white one. I still think the return is the way to go though. Oh, I did forget something. Motivate. I can move one person one space. I'm going to move her one space, and then I'm going to use a free action to clear the bleeding tokens. Good. Problem solved. Over to the returner. She's going to shoot the sphere cast. Gain a rage. Commit. She failed to do a wound, so it's not exhausted. 5. 1, 2, 3. 4 because she's on a thing. 5 because she's on another thing. That's a hit. Easily. Humanoid limb. Pushback 3 is very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. So we need a 5 here because of the tokens on the board. We get there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, yeah, and then the hope. It's the hope that kills you. 5. Great. So it's a wound. So that goes away. We put a 2 into here. We put a 2 into here. We move this token to here. And he does pushback 3 towards the returner. 1, 2, 3. Oh good, we're still in range with him. And he smashes up that. Cool. So there's only one person that has not yet activated. Oh, there's 2 actually. There's Ulyssia. Oh, I wonder if Ulyssia will be able to get in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, she's 1 space away. The returner's got Motivate 1 on her weapon. We've got to build the pool. Motivate 1. Yes, this is working well. Sphere cast. I could have turned it into a big bashy thing, but I like the range at the moment. 1, 2, 3, fire. Reposition 1. We'll keep an opening token in the pool. Put a black, and then we get Motivate. So let me just check this one. She got Spike Breakers. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which gets her into range because she has the thing. But let's Motivate her again anyway. And that exhausts all of the sphere cast. However, she has not moved, so she will sacrifice her movement to unexhaust all of her cards. We'll do the Earthshaker at this point. He's going to move into the rear. He doesn't have Spike Breakers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got the Probability Blade. It's our new weapon. First time we get to swing it in anger. So, it is a blade which lands here on the list, and so we don't have to worry about failing to wound. Did I do my escalation, by the way? I did. Well, are we better off doing... I think we might actually do the Horizon's Edge next and save this. But it's exciting. I'm excited about using it. Horizon's Edge. So she starts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll actually stay there. Yeah, this is a better play. Hitting with the Horizon's Edge, which is +2 to hit. And she's got an opening token in the pool. And she's got repositions out the wazoo. So it's +3 to hit, which means she needs a 6. A 1 and an 8. This is Fisher. She'll spend a fate to reroll the 1, I guess. Into a 6. It's 2 hits. That's awesome. And yeah, this is an other, so it sits here. So this is at +1. So we're looking for a 6. So we have a black, 3 reds, and we have a black token in the pool. So let's see what we roll. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We use our black token to re-roll that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have to use 1 fire token, which means 1 goes away. Wound, gain bleeding up to 1. That's annoying. In this wonderful world, though, we have Life of Regret. And so we're going to exhaust that to discard the bleeding token, which is great. We have reposition 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2 openings from the scythe. We have a rouse token from the Siren Mask. We have an inspire, which we don't need. We have reposition 2 from that, reposition 2 from that. And we'll put a break token in the pool as well. So reposition 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. She's got spike breakers, so she can do that. That's fine. The Harpy moves to the centre of the board and turns to face the most Titans. We'll do that. She's feathered back. We go over here. We escalate. And we get to move one of these tokens down here. So if we look here, if we move this one to here, then we only have 1 token adjacent. If we move this one to here, then we have 2. So this is the correct one to move. We have the cannon primed. At any point we can shoot one of them off. But we won't for the moment. The Earthshaker. So everyone else is gone. This is exhausted. These are all exhausted. She sacrificed movement, so nothing of hers is exhausted. He has +1 precision, +1 movement, and auto break 1 till the end of your turn. Has he had a turn yet? How did that happen? Yeah, he had his turn. Got nothing out of it. That's a shame. Anyway, probability played. Let's get excited. Our first time using it. So it is +X, where X is equal to the number of paradoxes. So it's a +4 to hit with this sword. Glorious. There's 2 opening tokens in the pool, which is +6, and we're about to move into the blind spot, which means we're +7. So we're hitting on a 2+ with the probability blade. It's a 1 dice 2+. Spiral, hope, opening, clutch, reposition, commit. And yeah, great. So Otis, gain a rage, commit to using the sword. It's a 3, so we know that's a hit. And we will look at this 2. Wedge head, so it's actually a 9. This is going to be a challenge, I think. 1, 2 whites plus a red. Spiral 1. Yeah, we'll actually spiral to get away our thing. Yeah, it's fine because we're hitting on a 2+. Hope to, opening 2, clutch. So clutch, I think, is one I should check. I think that's if you're going to wound, or if you're 1 short of wounding, you get to, yeah, after applying all bonuses, if you fail to meet the AT value by exactly 1, you may gain 1 and then immediately discard your active weapon. And then I could equip something from the armory. No. Probably going to struggle here. I've only got 2 tokens in the pool to utilise. We need a 9. Let's see what we roll. That's a good start, 1, 2. I've got a free power roll on level 1. And because of the rouse token, I've got another power roll on level 3. And I don't have an auto break. So we're currently on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to re-roll both of these, I think. That's exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's worse. What a shame. Our probability blade is probably not very good. No, it's good. Pull 3, gain the muffled condition card. 1. He's got spike breakers, so he's only pulled 1 space. He's got spiral 1. He's got hope 2. And he's got opening 2. On level 2 for the Earthbreaker, he gets a break and an opening. So we've got 3 openings in the pool. We've got 1 break, 2 hope, clutch, reposition 2. Yep, so he's going to reposition 2. 1, 2. Offer there. Titans are a little bit spread at the moment, but we've got no bleeding tokens. It's the most important thing. Gain the muffled condition card on our Earthbreaker. And that's the end of our turn. There was no exhausting of that. We've built the pool. Break opening. He's got muffled. End of the Titan round. Everyone suffers wounds for the number of bleeding tokens they have. Nobody has bleeding tokens. So we just flip this bad boy, flip it and rip it. Talon Tear, non-bleeding Titan in sight. So that is anyone. So I think that means we have to use the priority target. Move and push back 2 and attack. So to here, and then push back 2. She has nothing, 1, 2, that allows her to avoid that. Bleeding 2. If the attack hits, raise your trauma level. That's not good. Oh no, it is good. That's awesome. So 4 and a 10, which will go down to 4 and a 9. So, ooh, if I re-roll these and roll 2 9s, we avoid the attack. Oh, crazy, so close. Raise your trauma level by 1 and resolve a trauma draw. So that means we just move up to the next bracket. And this is a wonderful moment for me to show something that I didn't actually talk about, but I'm excited that I did. I've brought the Hyperborean strain for Ulyssia. So I probably should remember that, but anyway. So basically her trauma level goes up to 6, 7, and it goes to a major trauma. So she's really good at avoiding bleeding and the impacts of bleeding. So the major trauma draw, gain 2 rage. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Predation triggers. End of the primordial round. With the most bleeding tokens in sight that has not been attacked this round, nobody. It's our turn. Pool is in good shape. Who do we go with? The person we should go with is someone who can actually make an attack and do a wound because the board has 3 tokens on it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're 1 short at the moment, so we need to do an inspire. There was a window of opportunity on the move and push back. So yeah, I'm going to use my Chronosphere warning system, which allows me to move a Titan 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and he will move to there. Everyone else should be in range, I think. He's got reposition 2. Yep. So I think we will actually start with him. There's plenty of hopes on the white dice, so that's the right approach, I think. So Odysseus is going to go, he's going to gain a rage, move into the rear and make an attack. He has to commit to use the probability blade. It's hitting on +4, +5, +6, +7, +8. So he's hitting on a 2. Sorry, he has to voluntarily resolve a minor trauma because he's muffled. Gain the muffled condition card. If you do, discard this condition card and lose 1. I guess we just regain muffled. So I think commit means we have to, it's not voluntary to use the weapon, so I think we can still attack with the weapon. So we roll. A 5, we hit. We don't re-roll that, I don't think, with Spiral. No. Hollow Eye. So this is a 7 total, so we're 2 whites and a red. 1 break and 2 openings in the pool. Plenty of power rerolls available. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll re-roll both the whites. Again, these whites have been a bit disappointing so far. That's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got there. Just. Gain the priority target token, perform signature against the attacker. So we can't gain the priority target token, but we can have a signature performed against us. So let's do this. This is a 3. And this was a 3. Okay, signature, Talon Scratch. So he's going to turn around and push back 2. We don't have anything to avoid pushback. 1, 2. And it's 1, 2, 3 on a 10. Hey, any rerolls? No. Can't voluntarily gain fate, so we can't use rerolls there at all. So each hit deals... Oh, I've been forgetting the extra danger from this thing every time. Every time. All right. Hasn't been too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus you gain bleeding 1. So it's taking 5 danger down to 3. 1, 2, 3. Triggers an obel draw. However, he has cast off. So he's going to tag cast off to treat his danger as 1 lower, which is going to mean he's going to draw a grave trauma instead. So fate worse than death. It's all right. Oh, I forgot my extra evasion. Wonder what I rolled. Doesn't matter. We do have a regurgitate on the board though. That's interesting. Knockback 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's his signature done. So now we build the pool. So the probability blade adds 2 openings. And then at level 3, we have 1 opening, 1 break, 2 hope, and nothing else. Yep. And that's the end of his turn. So the last thing we need to do is move the blade. So who's coming in next? It's probably going to be the sphere cast. Yeah. Okay. Ascender has not suffered a single thing yet. All right, so the Ascender's going to go. It's going to sacrifice its attack. It's going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sacrifice its attack to unexhaust all of its cards. And it's going to use a free action to clear 2 bleeding tokens from Ulyssia, which is her cleared off. The Returner is going to go next. So she's going to put her token there. Did he start there? No, I think he started somewhere else. I think we moved him to there. Yeah, Returner with the sphere cast. So she's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. So she does need to move, which is a shame. Have I done my escalation? Yes. Now remember, we still have the cannon primed and ready to remove a token from the board should we need to. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she'll shoot with the sphere cast. There's 3 openings in the pool. She's got +2 in total. She's +5, so she's looking for a 4. Gain a rage. Commit to using the sphere cast. It's a crit miss. We'll spend a fate to re-roll. She's rolled 2 crit misses. A doofus. A 9. We're good. We hit this. So the oddment loincloth. It's not a critical. We are 1, 2, 3, 4 from the thing, plus an extra 1 from that. And we are looking for a 7 in total because, as you can see, the discus has 1 token next to it. And that's it. Okay. It's actually not as bad as it looks. 1, 2 from the break, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the hope. Do we have an auto break or anything? No. What else do we have? So we may have. It's interesting that no one. So there's a lot of assist rules, but no one's actually got an assist in position. Let me just check assist 1, because she's got unearned life. Assist 1 during another Titan's power roll. You may gain 1 rage and a fatigue token to immediately add X break tokens. Anyone else got an assist in position? I don't think so. Our only play here is to re-roll into a double, unfortunately. Because this is 1, 2, this is 3, this is 4, and these 2 are 5, 6, but we need a 7. When can I use that cannon? Yeah, I can't use it now to clear out token off the board. Because we would actually succeed if we didn't. So I think our best play is actually re-roll one of these and hope to get into the double. It's the only play we've got. There's only one reroll. And we've got a free reroll. Hang on a second. Before I do that, when can I trigger Motivate? Second ability window. Could have motivated her into range. That would have been awesome. Yeah, our only play is to reroll into a double. No, we come up one short. So we're time clocked, but do we want to flip the sphere cast over from its failed trick? Fire 2 in Spale. Yeah. I sort of really appreciate the range of the sphere cast more than anything else. So I think we'll keep the sphere cast. Build the pool. So we lose the 2 hope tokens. We gain opening and inspire, level 3. So we're going to move her once using reposition and a black token. We're going to use that to keep that in there, that to keep that in there, and then these 2 go away, and I will do that, and then we get 3 fire. 1, 2, 3. We also have Motivate from the Siren Cataphract, should we want to do some motivating. And that is all she wrote. Don't have an easy way to return her from time clocked. Yeah, that's a shame. Oh well, it happens. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. We're travelling okay. I think our Earthshake is about to suffer the fate of inglorious death. That'd be a real shame. So the last person to activate is Ulyssia. She's currently in range. And she's currently in the blind spot thanks to her Horizon's Edge. She gains an Ambrosia token from landing in that Ambrosia pool. But she will make an attack with the Horizon's Edge. Because of a rule that I got wrong for quite a while, I actually rolled 2 white dice because it's 2 attack dice. And now this is a moment we are going to have to use our cannon to clear that. This is unlikely to wound really. But do I want to put it in anyway? I think we do. I think we do want to put it in anyway. Because it's going to be building the pool. So she'll gain a rage. She'll swing her 2 dice. It's an 8 and a 7, so 2 hits. She has Spiral 2. She's hitting on a lot. So I'm going to try re-rolling both of these and try and roll into a crit. Unlikely, but yeah. Alrighty. That's a pretty much awful roll. It's about as bad as it gets, friends. See, swings and roundabouts. You never remember the bad ones, you only remember the good ones. Pool is looking very slim now. At the end of the turn, cannon was primed, so I had to do that. At the end of the turn, the Earthshaker suffers. Oh, sorry. She's got to then move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't get to build the pool, don't get to do anything. Oh my goodness. But actually we can vault and we can move to there and we can clear his bleeding tokens. That is good. We'll do that. Because we have Vault on the Exile's Garb, and Vault can be done in the first ability window. That's it. Primordial round. We start with a 3 on top. That is unfortunate. Titan in blind spot. No, furthest Titan in sight. It is the Ascender. So he's going to regurgitate, which is going to do nothing. Ooh, this seems very unfortunate. It's going to here. So let me just read that again. 1 hit, raise danger, 9 drawn over, 2 hits, die, 3 hits, die, and the Argonaut gains a Fated Nemos card. 4 hits, the Titan and the Argonaut both die. What an awful card. This could be a Nymph play here. Because we've done 5 wounds, and we've still got all 4 Titans in play. I don't really care if we lose the Ascender, because I can gain an Ascender back straight away, because I have another Icarian Harpy core. Four and an 8. We don't have any evasion. I'm actually not too concerned about the knockdown because I can use that knockdown to suffer time clocked instead, and then I won't die. The only issue is 4 and an 8. What's his... Yeah, and so we're almost certainly getting at least 3 hits here, which is die and the Argonaut gains a Fated Nemos card. If we use the Nymph, and we've got a summon charge at 3. I'd probably prefer to save the Solitude Nymph for a more important fight than a timeline battle. Oh, we can't use it anyway, because at least 1 Titan has died or drawn an Obel. Alright, well that makes it easy. Any other nymphs I can use? Alrighty, can't use it. 4 and an 8, adding a hit. We can re-roll, and we will re-roll 3 of these. So we're suffering 3 hits. Draw, yeah, die, and the Argonaut gains a Fated Nemos card. So that's fine. So that Ascender is dead. Boo. Everyone else gains a Rage. Rage. And Apex Predator then knockdown, consume all adjacent knockdown Titans, none. Strong card. It's unfortunate. I liked my Ascender. I'll be able to remake him, but I like the fact that he was fused with that guy. All right. First thing I'm going to do is try and prime the cannon. I failed to prime the cannon. Problematic. The next thing I'm going to do, it's got to be the Horizon's Edge, I think. Yeah, that's okay. Got no bleeding tokens, so we're fine on that front. Yeah, she's the only one in range, but she's going to be able to reposition, vault. Not going to be able to help him get into range. I can't utilise the returner because I don't have a return from time clocked So she stays out for this turn. She comes back next turn. So the most I'm going to be able to do here depends on his thing, I guess. All right, so it has to be her. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She gets into the rear, and she gets into deadly range. So she's going to attack with her Horizon's Edge. So it's +3. So we're looking for 6s. And again, because we're deadly. Ooh, that's nice. So she will re-roll that 1. The 9 is not a crit. The 3 is not a hit. Oh, that's bad. But we'll see. We flip. It's a 10. I need to roll 10. I don't even think I can. 1, 2, 3, 4 for a bonus. I don't think I can roll a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could roll if I absolutely max out on every dice. I do not max out on every dice. So knockdown, pull 3. Knockdown, we're not adjacent, so we're fine. Pull 3, we have spike breakers, so we reduce suffered pulls by up to 2, so we'll just pulled once. So that is fine. We have inspire, so we can stand up someone from knockdown. There's no one's knocked down. We have rouse 1. So we put a rouse token in the pool. We have 2 openings, 1, 2. And then we also have 6 on the chart. So we will go opening, break, 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 break. So that's effectively 5 breaks in the pool. She is then going to reposition 1, 2, 3, 4. So she's done. She has no bleeding. That's out of there. The Earthshaker will go. He's currently got the priority target. He's got fate worse than death. He will draw a minor trauma with muffled. And he draws thrown off balance, exhaust all your exhaustible gear. So he exhausts everything. He loses a fate from that. And he will then sacrifice his action to unexhaust everything. So he's fine. He might actually use the regression agent before he does that. So the next thing to attack will probably be his probability blade. So we're going to move the probability blade across using the regression agent. He's no longer muffled. He gains that fate for using the regression agent. Everything unexhausts. And everyone's things are like so. Not a turn for the ages. And unfortunately, as I look over at this sheet, I see what's on top. What is it? It's the worst AI card of all time. Unholy Sun. All Titans in sight. Range attack 10. It's a lot of pulls. All right, let's just see. If there is anything we can do about that. Both of these people have spike breakers, so they are reducing the pulls by 1. It's 5 on a 10. Neither of them have high fate, so the pull is not doubled. Bleeding 2. Pull 1 plus 2 per hit until adjacent. So 5 on a 10 means the likely pull, yeah, you might get 110. They've both got +1 evasion. So 5 on a 9, you succeed on 1. So that's 4, so that's a pull 9 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we use the chronosphere warning system to move someone 3 spaces away, maybe we get out of range for him. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he's still in range. So we probably are going to suffer a lot of danger here. Do we? I think this is the time we use the thing. Avoid the AI card. Both of them are going to be pulled less, but I don't think it saves our bacon. This is a tough call. If I knew what I was going to roll. I can't afford to gain a doom. So I can't afford to lose this fight. And I can't afford to have less than 3 Titans on the board, or the rapid adaptation becomes a real problem. So I will spend my summon charge and use the Solitude Nymph to discard that card. Yep. Right call. Right call. We'll go back to here. It's back to our turn. The returner will come into play now. So she will arrive from time clocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got a movement 6 if she wants, but she will not use movement 6. She'll shoot the sphere cast. She'll commit. There's a lot of opening tokens in the pool. She rolls a crit miss again. She's rolled 4 crit misses. You buffhead. 8. It's a hit. The ontological plumage. It's only an 8. She's rolling 6 reds because she is at effectively level 6 on her Kratos pool from the Rouse token. And there's 4 breaks in the pool. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She gets there. The discus triggers over here on this board. She gains the sealed condition card. That is a 3. So we're going to clear a 1, put another 3. Oh, a 1 on top. Alrighty. Clear a 1, put in a 3. So we have done 7 wounds. If we do this right, we can win this turn. If we do this right, so build the pool. So she's going to put She's got 3 motivates. So she's going to move the Earth Shaker. Oh, 1, 2, 3. She'll start him off in a second. She puts 3 fire tokens in the pool for starters from the sphere cast. And then she's got a greater pass, which means she can leave the Rouse token in the pool. And then she's also got 1, 2, 3 break tokens that she'll leave in the pool. One, 2, 3. No, she'll put 2 openings and 1 break, so she's got 4 breaks in the Rouse. Good. She's done. She exhausts the sphere cast. Who's more likely to get the damage through on the 3? Yeah, so we'll use Ulyssia next. Fisher, I should say. So she'll move into the rear. And because she is adjacent and because she has 5 danger, she will make an attack with the blade. She crits. All right. She'll spend a fate to re-roll that one. Oh, man. All right, it's only a 1. So we're at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plenty of tokens in the pool though, Deno. You've got plenty of re-rolls. You can do this. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Oh, it's probably close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got a re-roll on that one. 7. Yeah. Giddy up. Crit. Gain the priority target token. You may perform a bonus attack ignoring the rapid adaptation trait. I don't think we will. Because at this point, we are on to our last 2 wounds, and I think the Earthshaker is a better target for that. So we build the pool, 2 openings from the horizon's edge, and because of the crit chance, we put 2 breaks in there as well. We used all the fire tokens. Then on level 1, we get a break. On level 2, we get a break. On level 3, we get a break, or an opening. Put an opening. Level 4, we get an opening. Level 5, and then another break. So we've got effectively 5 breaks in there, which is going to be the maximum number of breaks we can use. We'll put a Rouse token in there. We can... I think that's all we need to do. So doing the wound on that gained the muffled condition card. So we are going to draw a... Oh no, it was a crit chance. Yeah, get out of here. No muffled for you. All right, last wound. Because there's a 3 on top. So we need to do just this wound and we get through. That was the scythe. So we're going to move this one to here and we're attacking with the probability blade on the Earthshaker. So over here, the Earthshaker is in range. He has spike breakers, 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll go to there. We can't use his regression agent because there's no way to move that token to the left or right, or to the right, which will be benefiting us. And so we move straight over to an attack with the probability blade in the rear with enough break tokens in the pool to hopefully get the job done. We have to commit. We hit. We don't want to reroll to get a crit chance, do we? Probably not. Spiral lets us reroll. We're hitting on 2s. It's not worth to risk missing. We need a 9. And we're rolling 2 whites and 2 reds on a 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 9. It's enough. We don't need to re-roll anything. Dead Harpy. Only lost the Ascender. Pretty worthwhile playing that card, I think. I mean, at this point, the only thing I'm worried about is Doom. I don't care if the Burden fights us. I don't care if any other guy gets to us and fights us. I feel like we've got enough Titans. I don't even think I've added Dreamwalkers to the timeline for ages, so I'll do that now. We're fine on that. The only thing we're not fine on is Doom. So losing a battle is far worse than using our summon charge. And that card would have lost us the battle. So let's grab our stuff. So we got razors, feather, razor. So we got 9 razor wings and 3 feathers. Razor claw, sorry. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rose and Ambrose, which is effectively 7, which is 21. Good fight though. I enjoy fighting the Harpy. I feel like when you manage the bleeding well, you know, the Harpy's power level drops significantly, and it's all about, you know, timing when you activate which Titan, you know, positioning them next to each other so they can help clear each other's bleeding. You know, lots of things like that. It's really fun. It's a fun fight. Having said that, now that I'm playing the Hypertime Oracle slightly more correctly, I'm enjoying that fight a lot more too. So, timeline, combat encounter, combat tech, Hypertime Oracle Autopsy. We will go there. That's going to allow us to move into, what's time dilation do? Yeah, that's cool. Time skip, yeah, additional attack action. The Sun Descendant Partial Autopsy, the Horse-Skull Pauldron is a very good item, and the Enigma of Transformation is also very good. However, Transient Death is probably what we're going to do for our next option. Maybe Black Ice Armor. We'll look at that. Exciting. I'll go set everything back up. Stand by. Alrighty, everything is mostly packed up and reorganized for the next steps in our journey towards rescuing the people of Delphi. We are going to move straight over to advancement phase and see if there's any gear we want to make. So we do have plenty of good items here. That repurposed Cryptex has been clutch on the returner, got to tell you. Pretty good. Anytime you have less than 2, you flash forward. I forget to do that. Argo Cryptex Alpha, Argo Cryptex Gamma. Let's have a look at those, because we could be adding those to the party. So the Argo Cryptexes give you front lines, which means you potentially die if your Titan dies. But they all give you +1 precision. This one gives you a reflex, which is awesome. This one gives you a free break, and you can unexhaust all your cards. That is awesome. And it gains your reflex. So it sort of gives you the option to not take a reflex Yeah. I do want the Believer vestment, but we need some clothed flesh to do that. I probably don't need too much else from here. We'll just start saving up for the big boy weapons. So I think we'll make the Argo Cryptex Alpha. What does it need? Machina, Frozen Ambrosia. Great. Going to be able to give someone an additional precision. Cheeky precision. Doesn't hurt at all. And yeah, and you can use that. And so that's obviously ideal for a Titan like the Ascender, because it gives you a reflex without necessarily needing to take a reflex. Strong. All right, we'll move back to the Argo map. I don't know if I moved Roly Ball of Doom when I paid for that AI card, so I'm going to move him once more. And we'll go back to our map. Not that one. This one, and we have to decide, are we going up or down? '88 is going to Sun Air's territory, so I think we'll go up to 84. We've found a Titan. And some progress. In my last, while I was setting things up, I went through and added a couple of Titans from the Titan breeding that I should have done, but just forgot to. So we've got a couple more Titans in the hold. We also added a Warkeeper to the timeline effectively when it would have occurred. Had I remembered to do it, but I was too excited. And gain a progress. I feel like I already gained a progress from going to this space, and so that's a second one. Yes, so I can draw an additional Chariot card from here. Oh, 1B and 2B. 2B or not 2B. Exploration. I'll put my face on. Hello. Drop an exploration card on the floor. Oh, I want that one. All right. Siren Temple. 1, 2, 3. And another Antediluvian Siren Shell. Chekhov's Sun. We have the ability to clear that using one of our technology things, which is cool. What does it do? When you draw the Chekhov's Sun exploration card, gain 1 Argo Fate and lose 1 frozen time to ignore its effect. We can say, yeah, it's you got to do it. Speaking of, we did do 1, 2, 3, so we're going to gain 1. We're going to gain a hull. We're going to lose a frozen time. The Argonauts, I did forget to reset their things, but we did gain everything else. Great, so that is gone. Till the next timeline battle. And that was not an end stack one. And we are allied, so we gain another Argo knowledge. Outstanding. Roly Ball of Doom is going to roll once more. And we gain 3 Daedalus Machina. And that'll just about do us for that exploration phase and that timeline day story. I'll just read the Inwards Odyssey to myself. But we're getting close to one of the great stories. Ooh. Oh, we lose a crew. That's unfortunate. Don't normally lose crew from Inwards Odysseys. Assign the shade training pattern card to any of your current Titans. So we'll call this one Solar. Shade training, is he? In here? No. Here. Cool. What does that do? Don't remember that. Shade training. I think it's for when you fight the big guy. Yeah. Gain danger to be shaded. Cool. As you move up in the game, they give you these more interesting trauma tables where, sometimes you're like, ooh, if I hit a 5, I'm just a minor trauma draw, when normally a 5 is a major. So then makes you think about what equipment do I put them on. Generally you want to be able to mitigate some of the danger gain because you're less likely, but that's good. Don't think we need anything just yet for that. That is our thing, and unfortunately we're about to have a loop end. So let's go a little bit further. We'll go to the left. A frozen time. Very cool. Nothing else. We are in Delphian territory again. We do need a frozen time. Is there any... Yeah, so there's no watchtower anywhere near us, unfortunately. How many times do I want to draw that one? 3 Siren Shell and an Antediluvian Siren Shell. 1, 2, 3. 3 Hyperborean Alloy. 1, 2, 3. We're not at war. Another Antediluvian Siren Shell. We mark the timeline. We have a technology. So, do we take Chrono Sail? Gain an Argo Fate to immediately resolve the loop effect. That means you teleport back to Ariadne's anchor and start a new loop end. Or do we take Extinction Protocols, which is what I intended on taking? It absolutely feels like a good option, gaining extra hull and crew. Moire operation requires intelligence gathering, stasis theory, any loss of crew, frozen time, Titan genetic memory. Don't really need the Titan thing at the moment. I think we'll go Extinction Protocols. We immediately gain a hull and a crew. Game 1, game 1. Seems good. Loop end triggers. Unavoidable doom. We plot ourselves back to here. Unavoidable doom. Loop end 1, 2, 3, 4. We desperately need to find some way to extend our loop. We're just going to run out of time, frozen time. That's it. Move on to the next timeline day, and we have a combat research. Well, I guess we'll go here. As you can see from this bad boy, there is a little thing right there. That is the exact symbol, and the chariot piece is in the top right. So we need to go down, unfortunately. before we can go back up. But we are in the right spot to pick up a chariot piece, which is good. Let's go with our exploration draw. I think. Yeah. We gain 1 Daedalus Machina because we are on a denounced or worse, and Roly Ball moves again. He's going to be getting close, I think. Yeah, getting real close. And a Delphian fleet. Gain our summon charge back. Nice. We're back up to 3. And remove that. And then, oh, another freaking 3 Siren Shell and an Antediluvian thing. I do not want that. Give me another Nubian Traders so I can turn that into some Frozen Ambrosia or something. I don't think there's anything that requires those. Story. Where are we rolling? We're on story 3 now, so I think we're more likely to get what we left behind, which is a 1, 2, 3 of Wax and Promises. Is that what we need? Wrong click. Oh, that's so good. We're finishing of Wax and Promises. Concede to Shadow. Tragedy. Do you have a tragedy? No. Do you have a tragedy? You are a tragic person. Do you have a tragedy? You do. Oh, you get to go to this. Hey, that's pretty cool, actually. At danger level 5 to keep a card on top. Like, that's actually really strong. If you know there's like a burning heart on top. Tragedy. Oh, speaking of, we had to give a... No, we didn't. We didn't have to. I was like, oh, they were muffled, so they had to get a thing, but they didn't have to. Oh, no, they did, that's right. Faded Nemos because the card they died on. Fate Hexed. You cannot gain crit chances. We'll see about that. Fate Hexed. I reckon I can. I reckon I'll still be able to. You wait and see. All right, let's go. Of Wax and Promises. Rise and fall. No, concede to Shadow. As the cold wind blows, pieces of the ruins appear in the distance, fragments of white stone at first, scattered haphazardly on the icy ground, then walls and archways, until finally you can see one side of the edifice. Only giants could have built such a structure. It looks better than I thought it would, Alcibiades remarks. You nod as you observe your surroundings. The fastest way would be to sail the Argo directly to the entrance, as the building now leans precariously over the bay, but you would be in the open shallows for a prolonged period of time. There's no knowing who or what could be watching. A stretch of icy land on the right side of the ruins catches your attention. Your crew could cross there, but it would take longer. We can sail the Argo closer, gain diplomacy with the Delphians, but lose a diplomacy with the Twilight Watch. I don't really mind here because both of these choices are going to just change that around. So I think we'll sail the Argo closer because I'm more happy about my crew than the Argo. 22. You watch the horizon as the Argo sails closer to the ruins. Nevertheless, you arrive at the ruins, gain a doom. What a terrible choice. We'll use hope logic to try and avoid that. It's a 9. See, 24. While the temperature remains the same within the ruins, the lack of an icy wind chilling you to the bone is a marked improvement. The interior walls are similarly decorated with reliefs depicting feathers and feathery creatures, but none of it really makes sense to you. You wander through these halls built for giants, the light from your torches dancing on strange symbols on the walls. The deeper you go, the more techni you see, but not the kind you are used to. At first, there are bits and pieces discarded in a hurry, then fragments of devices that look older than time itself, complex like a dataless machina and yet so different, sleeker yet enormous. Eventually, you reach a room where half a ship lies, its bird-like shape so different from the triremes of mortals. It looks more like a vessel meant for fighting than sailing. You find more rooms housing more ships, some in better condition than the others, yet before you can marvel at this discovery, you hear voices further in. Many people have gathered in the last chamber, the widest of them all. The ships found there looked the least damaged, and you wonder if they could still be used. But a more pressing matter is at hand. 3 groups are arguing. Among the Twilight Watch, you find the renowned survivalist warrior Axiotha with their strange Xiphos. She watches from the edge of the crowd, a stern arbiter. These fanatics want to destroy wonders, one of the Twilight Watch says at the side of you, whereas we could use them for parts. Why dismantle them when the ships could still be used? We could really fly to the sun, answers a Delphian. This is heresy. We should destroy these ships before Helios strikes us. If you have finished the What We Leave Behind hub... Ooh. The ship reminds you another. If you choose option 1, gain a paradox and a glory. Yeah, we'll choose option 1. Gain a paradox. Gain a glory. Let the Twilight Watch salvage the ships for parts. Twilight Watch diplomacy +1. Come on, Dano. Get it together. There we go. C25. We don't want them to destroy the ships. We don't want the Delphians to fly the ships. 25. Gain 2 Argo Fate. Ooh. That just rocketed up out of nowhere, didn't it? C28. As things settle down, you take a look around the main chamber and notice a tall figure stepping out of the shadows. A thin, frail man dressed in rags. Without a word, the silent hermit disappears into a crack in the wall, barely large enough to fit a lean mortal. Nevertheless, you follow. He leads you to the deepest part of the ruins, where depictions of feathers are less numerous, occasionally replaced by carvings of the sun. There are no more ships or technology here, and it feels like you're journeying back in time. Somehow, you know this section of the ruins is older, better preserved, untouched almost. The silent hermit eventually enters another big chamber. Who goes here? The booming demand echoes from a far corner. The light from your torch reveals a grey-skinned giant, much more lithe and graceful than the Titans or Cyclops. We are the Argonauts, you introduce yourselves. It doesn't seem to surprise the giant, who bows slowly in respect. I am Tabaris, the last Hyperborean. His voice sounds hoarse, as if it hasn't been used in years. The silent hermit sits down by his side on a piece of marble, as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Your heads are full of questions. He turns towards the carving of a giant feathered creature in the back of the room, full of cracks and missing pieces. You don't know why, but this really feels wrong, and it pains you just to look at it. The party leader gains the fractured affliction. I don't love that. Who's the party leader? Let's go Fisher. You are fractured. I think fractured is just you suffer all fractured. Suffer all penalties for... Yeah, must always apply fate effects. They cannot gain nodes for fated Nemos cards. Well, I don't think we will be choosing her, actually. We'll choose our one person who doesn't have a fated Nemos card at this point in time for our party leader. Great. We were powerful once. Our heads were full of questions and ideas and dreams. Our hands turned our ideas into shapes, heaven ships, so we could chase our dreams. Tabaris stopped suddenly, as if forgetting the next part of the story. Then the curse came. No more rain. My people died. Those that lived waged a terrible war. What kind of war? Against whom? Against each other. in the name of faith, like some of you are doing now. I hid, and I am now the last one, alone, with a head full of memories and no one to share them with. One like you made the same mistakes we did. He reached for the sky. His head was also full of questions and ideas. His hands created wonderful things. Do you mean Daedalus? Tabaris doesn't answer, but the silent hermit nods solemnly. One tiny mistake. Tabaris sighs. He was smart, yes, but made it nevertheless. A mathematical error, so small, yet so destructive. He pushed his feathered one too far, too fast, ruthless. Feathers burned, he sighs. It would never have worked. It never will. Gain 1 Argo knowledge. 1 progress, sorry. The 286 diplomacy paragraph will trigger at 8 diplomacy, not 10 plus. I feel like I've already done that. Let's read 286. It's a Twilight Watch Alliance. Yeah, I've already got that. Great. You ask Tabaris more questions, but he doesn't answer you, as if he cannot hear you. The silent hermit eventually points at a long sarcophagus nearby, a casket fit for a giant and some. You open it with the help of a titan. Inside it is a beautiful blade with a red phoenix feather attached to the hilt. No, the blade is the feather. Gain the Phoenix Xiphos. That's a weird word. You look at the peaceful Hyperborean giant, just sitting there in this dark and forgotten room. There are other giants in the world, you say, motioning to your titan. You have lost your people, but maybe you can find some new ones to share memories with. Maybe you can find new ones. Cyclops, you just need to go outside. If you sided with the Sun Heirs, C29. If you sided with the Twilight Watch, C230. If you sided with the Delphians, C31. 30. A joyful look appears on Tabaris' face as he stands up. Yes, there are others. He doesn't wait for you to go follow him and barges out of the room through corridors you haven't explored. He stops at the entrance, holding the wall for support as he looks at the scenery outside, the icy landscape and windswept shores. After a deep breath of fresh air, he smiles. Hope again. Thank you, Argonauts. Then he is off, loud steps making the ice crack. You blink and he is gone, and so is the silent hermit. The old priest is curious and thoughtful when you mention Tabaris. He truly may be the last one. There must be ruins like this cosmodrome elsewhere that could tell us more about the Hyperboreans. You nod and return to your cabins for the night. Mark E9 and gain the Exile's Garb. We already have that, so we don't gain anything. Oh, we do gain the Phoenix Xiphos. What does that look like? I don't think I ever got that before. Whoa! Sick! Okay. It's a one-handed sword that rolls 2 white. Opening 2, fire 2, power reroll. That's legit! It appears in its wielder's hand at the start of their turn. So you just attack, discard it, attack again. It's interesting. I wonder why that would be. I wonder how that would be a benefit. I don't know, but I'm going to use it. Sword, Mythic Fleshbone, Atemporal. Well, that's better than the Hidden Xiphos, I think. 2 whites. Opening, fire, power reroll. Cool. We did finish a Nemos thing. Which one did we finish? Life of Regret, was it? Yeah, Life of Regret. M18. Gain the Sealed Condition card and 5 Siren Shell resources. Sealed, eh? How many Siren Shell resources does one person need? We've marked the timeline. We have a combat research. Interesting choice. It's an interesting choice here. Transient death is super helpful because it keeps you with 4 titans on the board, which really helps you against the harpy. Time skip allows you to do an additional attack action. And that's going to get us to Icarian Harpy live study. What does that make for us? I don't really remember. Icarian Harpy live study. We need a level 4 battle and time skip. So we're about to potentially do a level 4 battle, time skip, Devolver, Spiral Whip, and Spiral Mace. Let's look at those. Devolver, Spiral Whip, and Spiral Mace. Does that mean we can make the Horse Skull Pauldron? No. What do we need? More Frozen Ambrosia. We need 1 million. Okay. I would like a Pauldron, a Horse Skull Pauldron. So let's see if we can get some more Ambrosia. If we get some traders, maybe we can trade for some Ambrosia. That's it. Have I marked everything correctly? Yes. Next turn, we will move down. We gain a frozen time, which is useful. We gain a Warkeeper, and we are in a city. A city! Just mark the Warkeeper now. And we're in a city. There's no stories, so we'll just draw. I'd like to see no walking. We might use an ability soon. Ah, yes. 3 Daedalus Machina, gain 1 until the next timeline battle. Did we already get that one? I'll just check if there's other ones in there that have that same thing. Yeah, we did already get that one. So, big rolly ball moves. Three Daedalus Machina. 1, 2, 3. Twilight Pathfinder, Cane and Glory. Beautiful. We can flip another one of these. Beautiful. That goes away. We were not at Fate 7. Another 3 Siren Shell. At this point, I'm going to use a couple of abilities because we are in the city and we also have another technology card that I would like to use. So, bonuses. Negotiation. We can gain an Argo Fate to lose a Paradox. We can gain an Argo Fate to exchange Siren Shell into Hyperborean Alloy. Clove Flesh or Razor Claw into 3 Frozen Ambrosia. Icarian Feather into 4 Frozen Ambrosia. So let's transfer those eye clusters. 1, 2, 3. Do we want to... It costs us an Argo Fate to do this, which takes us to 7, which is bad. 1, 2, 3. Which gets us 12. think that's enough for the horse skull pauldron. That'll be worthwhile. We're also going to use a new bonus. Well, it's not new, but one that we've had for a while. And it is going to be one of these that I'm not seeing. No, it's called Timeline Skip Extinction Contingency. Lose 1 crew or hull to lose 2 Argo Fate. So we can use that once. So we'll lose a hull and we'll lose gain 1 Fate for trading and then lose 2 Fate. So we're on 5. And that is all she wrote from that day. We'll mark this as the last visited city. And as you can see, we now have the choice to move up 88, and we will. So we'll move up on our timeline. We mark the next day, Argo. Another shuffle. 2 Siren Shell and place 1 on Inwards Odyssey. We haven't done that this time. I'm pretty damn sick of Siren Shells. 2 Hyperborean alloy, sorry. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And are we on a denounced tile? I thought we were on Twilight Watch. No, we're actually on Sun Airs. Boo, don't get that. And do gain 1 danger as a group. Give you 1 danger. Interesting. Interesting. No research, nothing special. So I'll move into 1 more day and we're going to move up here to tile 89. And what's that? We've found it. We've found a chariot piece. Huzzah. So we'll move up. We'll test Hope Logic to avoid gaining a Doom. I'm having a real bad time with this Doom situation. Come on. 6 is not quite enough. We need to re-roll. We need a 7. It's not a diplomacy check either, so come on, 7. 5. We gain a Doom. And we're at 7 Argo Fate, but we're about to have a timeline battle, so that's okay. Timeline battle, but we're about to gain another unavoidable Doom from the loop end, so we're triggering already under story card 3. Hey. Awful. We'll lose a crew to lose 2 Argo Fate. And the thing, there was no story, hub adventure, no, so we're just on that. So we can, if the Argo's on the same map tile as a Chariot A or Chariot B during story step, see 108. No, I haven't done that. Got to shuffle that. Sun Airs territory. Ancient repository, lose a Titan. Dead. 3 Hyperborean alloy. 1, 2, 3. And Roly Ball of Doom. Coming close. Coming closer. Oh, he's joining us. No, he's not going to 60, don't know. He's going to 83. Boom. Roly Ball of Doom. Gain a Titan and gain nothing else. And sure, 3 more Siren Shell. Why not? 60 is not enough. All right, in the story phase, we will check, oh sorry, in the advancement phase, if we did get enough for that Horse Skull Pauldron. How short were we? Yeah, we're still a decent chunk short. We did our best. Timeline. Oh, we don't actually do the story step, do we? We do a structural research, we do a combat encounter, and then we do the story. All right. Do we fight that battle now, or do I get myself pumped up for it? I think I'm going to need to get myself pumped up for it, friends. So we'll finish this episode there. I've got to get my game face on for the next episode, when we're going to face a level 4 Icarian Harpy for the first time. Which is nerve-wracking. And we'll prepare ourselves. It's going to be really good. So I'll catch you all then. Enjoy. Big Deno out.